Currently, the process of trying on clothes at a store is a lengthy process. For those tagging along with the person trying on clothes, it can often be boring and frustrating. However, for those trying on the clothes, it can be a nightmare figuring out the correct size, style and colours that suit them best. In the following presentation, we will introduce the virtual changing room that allows the person to try on the clothing without going through the actual process. The presentation will explain how the virtual changing room enriches the current way society tries on clothing, how customers interact with the product, the value in which the customers will get out of the virtual changing rooms, the technology that will be used, and an argument saying why we personally believe how this will transform the service. When selecting items of clothing at a store normally, you would have to choose the correct size, try it on, and then take it off again. You will repeat this process until you found the perfect size, which could take hours, leaving whoever is with you very bored. Our product, the virtual changing room, would eliminate the hassle that comes with trying clothes on, rather than using the mirror. You look at a large screen which displays the clothes onto your virtual clone. Let's pretend Jane was window shopping and sees a dress she likes. She'll walk into the virtual changing room and either choose that dress from the list of on-screen choices or scan the physical dress's barcode. Jane's figure will be recorded by cameras, and our 3D modeling software will create a virtual model of her wearing the dress. The virtual changing room does not require the subject to remove their own clothes and allows the subject to view the dress from any angle. The virtual changing room will allow the person to change the dress size and view the results on the screen. The advantage this has over normal methods is the amount of time and effort it saves. Finding the perfect size can be quite a hassle. For example, people would pick out the clothes they want to try on, pick out the sizes they think they might fit, go to the changing room and take off their own clothes, try on all the different sizes, and carefully replace the hangers. And if people don't find the right ones for them the first time, they have to repeat the entire process either until they do or until they give up. It can be tedious and frustrating for all the parties involved. That is why we think the virtual changing room is absolutely necessary. The idea of simplifying everyday procedures is a concept that can be seen in every environment, whether at home or at work. With recent advancement in visualization software and techniques, we think that now is the right time to promote the virtual changing room. We believe that it can streamline the whole process, making it quicker and easier than it ever was to purchase clothes. It can be placed in any area of the shop as a quick and easy alternative to the normal changing room. Customers will only need to physically try on clothes if they wish to see how it feels before buying. The virtual changing room can also be a countermeasure against theft, because it is exposed and there is no need to change out of your own clothes. The risk of having personal items stolen is lowered. Virtual changing rooms can divert traffic away from the normal rooms, meaning there are fewer customers for thieves to steal from. Virtual changing rooms can therefore be considered a safer alternative to normal changing rooms, which are not under camera surveillance due to privacy concerns. On a lighter note, people are always looking for new things to try. If a clothes shop were to advertise that they now have a virtual changing room, they will be able to attract more customers for a short period of time. By the time other shops try to adopt the idea, it will already have lost its novelty. This means that the first shop to do this can get the most customers. In conclusion, the virtual changing room will change the way society shops for clothes. Not only that, but it will also revolutionize the fashion industry. How? We believe that the convenience it provides will ensure a wonderful shopping experience for everyone.
Picking the clothes you want to try on and carrying them to the change room, where you begin the tedious task of trying on all the pieces of clothing and make sure they fit. This is what we want to change. It's time to take the act of trying clothes on and digitally transform it into something more efficient and suitable. A customer walks into a shopping centre and proceeds straight to the change room. The customer pulls the curtains closed and then pays attention to the mirror mounted on the wall. They then run their hand across the mirror to bring up a display. On this display, the customer navigates to the catalogue of clothing. They then search through the clothing either just by browsing or searching genres, colours, sizes, etc. Once the customer has found a piece of clothing they wish to try on, simply by touching it, the catalogue disappears and the reflection is displayed with the piece of clothing they wanted to try on, perfectly matched to your body image. Once the consumer has decided on a piece of clothing, choose a size, colour, etc. The mirror will display a size it suggests based on how it matched the model of the piece of clothing to a reflection of the consumer. They can then place a piece of clothing into their virtual shopping cart. The customer then continues to the checkout. The customer logs into their account on the mirror and checks the shipping address and payment method. If they are happy, they can purchase a piece of clothing that will be soon delivered to the destination that they specified. The customer then signs out of the mirror and leaves the store completely satisfied. This newly designed method of trying on clothing offers great changes to the industry. Common differences between the new and old method include staff personnel, vendors, and support persons, time taken to select a piece of clothing, try it on, and then purchase it, required floor space in a shop, procedures, organizations, schedules, time of day, etc., environment, location, installation, etc. Consumers can see how the clothes look and fit without actually trying on the clothes. As this new innovative way of shopping is so different from our conventional method of shopping for clothing, a great deal of effort must be put into the planning stage as to eliminate all possible reasons why society would not accept the technology. The first area that would be affected by this new technology would be the workplace. As there is no need for physical clothing to be accessible for customers, the actual shop layout would change, along with the roles for staff. If you removed all of the clothing that there is for the consumer to try on in a huge shop like Myer or Target, you would find yourself in what would feel like an abandoned warehouse. The actual size of the store required to perform on the same purpose of today's shops would phenomenally decrease. This brings on so many other changes, such as the amount of money that a business would have to spend to keep the shop running. For example, having a smaller shop means less staff, less lighting, less cleaning. Having a decrease in the amount of maintenance of a store, while it still offers the same service as before, means that the business would generate much more profits. However, this holds some negative effects as well, such as loss of jobs, as the stock would not have to be restocked daily, and there would be a lot less to clean or organize.
Another aspect that needs to be considered is the consumer's connectivity to the technology. Lately, shopping for clothing in a physical store has been seen to decrease massively as online shopping has become much more preferable. Consumers might prefer to shop online as it takes less time to achieve the same result as traveling to a store and spend large amounts of time picking out and trying on clothes. This new technology might attract customers back into the store shopping, as this new shopping method offers extreme efficiency and convenience. However, this new technology might offer some undesirable effects to the consumer. The consumer might want to see how the clothing is made and the materials it is made out of before purchasing the piece of clothing. If this is a problem, countermeasures such as playing videos on the mirror while the consumer is trying on clothing might have to be considered. Also, displaying the materials used in the production of the piece of clothing and the process in which it is made. These would offer the consumer a sense of security that the item they are buying is of quality. After examining the possible reasons why the consumer or society might not accept this technology, I do believe that with subtle testing and an extremely simple user interface on the mirror, society would indeed accept this and use this technology to digitally transform the act of trying on clothes.